Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I have a few quick reminders. Please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps us spread the word, allowing us to continue to grow this community. Next, I'd like to introduce our Patreon group, where we have 3 weekly meetings. On Sundays, we have a meditation meeting. On Tuesdays, we have book club meeting. And on Thursdays, we have open topic discussions. These meetings take place at 6 p.m. CEST, so Amsterdam, Paris time. For my next announcement, I'd also like to introduce the Reparenting Daily Journal, which you can find on Amazon. This journal follows along with the podcast, so each weekly and monthly themes are reflected in the journal. It provides space for you to keep your notes with plenty of extra resources on each topic to be discussed. It's an excellent tool, and if you purchase it, you can join our weekly meetings for free. Just send me an email and we'll get you linked in. For the last announcement, I'd like to introduce one of my most meaningful creative projects, a 3-volume series entitled Fairy Tales for Reparenting. Now, you might be wondering, why fairy tales? Aren't those just for kids? But through my personal healing journey and in studying the work of Carl Jung, Marie-Louise von Franz, and other spiritual and psychological traditions, I've come to see fairy tales as powerful symbolic maps for transformation. They carry deep, timeless wisdom, especially for those of us doing the hard work of reparenting ourselves. The series follows the structure of the hero's journey. Volume 1 explores the wounded child, stories of loss, betrayal, and innocence. Volume 3 is about the trials of endurance, cunning, and self-discovery. And Volume 3 is the return, stories of transformation, power, and wholeness. Each story is followed by journal prompts and space to reflect on how each story connects to your own inner healing journey. These are not just tales, they're tools. They're an invitation to connect with the part of you that still believes in magic and possibility and healing. You'll find both familiar classic and lesser-known stories from cultures around the world, offering you fresh insights and inspiration on your path. All 3 volumes are now available on Amazon. Your support means so much to me, not just for this project, but for the larger mission of helping myself and others reconnect inwardly. Reparenting is like nurturing a bonsai tree. It's not fast, it's not flashy, but with care, patience, and consistency, it will transform you. Thanks so much for being here and for supporting this work, and also for committing on your personal journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Hey guys, today we're going to listen to another lecture by Rev Ike. Okay, I'm on a binge. This is the last one. I'm going to do more in a row, but This is, I really want to get this point across in this section this month, August, Healing the Inner Child. And especially with week 1, connecting with your inner child. This is a heavy process, right? Reparenting is a heavy process. The trick is it's not even really a trick. I mean, it's the secret of self-compassion. Approaching yourself with curiosity as opposed to judgment or shame or, I understand it's a lot of grief, but you have to find a way to make some levity in this process. That is really going to lighten the burden. And again, it's why I've chosen another lecture, because I like to communicate how important this mindset and this framing has been for me. And hopefully that it can be for you as you make your way through this reparenting journey. So without further ado, here is Reverend Ike. You can find the link in the show notes again. Both of these lectures are posted by the YouTube channel. Let me just give them credit. It's called the Rev Ike Legacy YouTube channel. They have lots of different lectures there. So if you're not familiar with them, you can find much more information there. So yeah, without now further ado, here's Reverend Ike.
I read from Isaiah the 61st chapter and the 3rd verse, repeated after me. I give unto you beauty for ashes, and the garments of praise for the spirit of heaviness. If I'm around here next Ash Wednesday, remind me to straighten this ashes business out. Now you see what the preachers are doing on Ash Wednesday? Just the opposite of what God said. They're crossing people with ashes. Oh, you've gotten quiet now because I still see the ashes on some of your heads. Now let's read this again. This is in the Bible, y'all. It's in the book. Isaiah, the 61st chapter and the 3rd verse. Shout it back at me again. And this is God Almighty speaking. I give unto you beauty for ashes, and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. Well, where do these ashes come from on Ash Wednesday? You see what the organized religion does? You all are going to remind me to have an Ash Wednesday service if I'm around here next Ash Wednesday. And what am I going to give instead of ashes? Beauty. Somebody said money. That's beautiful. I'm going to collect money. I'll give you beauty for ashes. Ashes represent loss, disappointment. You'd better not go back and get any more of that mess on your forehead. Ashes represent bitter experience. Ashes represent the disintegration of good. Ashes represent your life falling apart, going to pot and going to hell. Now you see what organized religion has been giving out, don't you? They say that I don't preach from the Bible. Look what they've been doing with it. No preacher has any business giving folks ashes. That's why when I perform a wedding ceremony, you couldn't get me to read that stuff in that book. I found out why some of these people, they get crossed up right in the marriage ceremony, right in that little black book. And repeat after me. In sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, or for worse, until death do us part. I said, oh, hell. Heard a good friend of mine, you might have heard him on television a couple of Sundays ago, performing a ceremony, wedding ceremony. And boy, when he got to that part, I said, oh, hell. How can you say that mess over people getting married? I don't know whether they said that over in the ceremony when I got married or not. I didn't let a preacher do it. No, I didn't let a preacher do it. Because I know what they were going to say. Maybe I better go back and expunge it from the record if they did. People, this may seem silly, it may seem out of place, but don't you downplay the power of the Word. The Bible also says, my word that goes forth out of my mouth shall not return unto me void. Jesus said, he shall have whatsoever he says. I mean, why would a minister of God stand up with a couple getting married and take them from negative to positive to negative? Well, the subconscious mind doesn't know what the hell to do with those people. For better, and he ended up for better or worse. And I called somebody when I heard that the other morning. I said, you listen to that? I said, people who are getting married shouldn't be doing it for worse. I wouldn't go through all those changes. Till death do us part. Because with some of them these days, it got so much worse they couldn't wait for death. And oh no, I'm not hanging around here for death. All this sickness, all this poverty, and I'm supposed to hang on until death. Oh no. Hell with that preacher, I'm gone. Hell, you're a fool to stick around. The preacher's already put a curse on you. See, I'm not cursing, I'm just cussing. Some people don't know what a curse is. Negative words are curses. And you see, people don't realize when they are cursing, are being cursed in the name of God. There's the preacher up there with his collar turned back and his ecclesiastical vestments on, looking down his nose, reading for better or for worse. Till death do you part. It's a bit too much. No wonder that it isn't working. Now, how did I get off on all of that? Oh, yes, this the Ash Wednesday business. I give unto you beauty. Organized religion has already given you ashes. You've already had enough better or worse. Now I give unto you beauty for ashes. For all of your disappointments, I give you beauty. For all of the good things in your life that seem to have fallen apart and disintegrated, I give you beauty. And for the blues, the spirit of heaviness, I give you the garment of praise. Clothing or garment represent the mood that you wear. And in this verse of Scripture, garment represents the mood that you wear. The garment of praise represents a mood of praise, a mood of thanksgiving, a mood of victory, a mood of joy, a mood of peace, a mood of love, a mood of triumph, a mood of faith, a mood of self-confidence. I'll take the ashes from you, God says, and I'll give you the garment of praise. You wear the mood, the feeling of already being, doing, and having the good that you desire, and this is how you bring it to pass. Whatever good that you desire, put on the mood of that thing. I'm going to have you stand in a few minutes, and I'm going to dress you up. So repeat after me. Whatever good I desire, I put on the mood of already having it. Whatever good I desire, I put on the mood of already being it, doing it, and having it. See, some of you didn't even know how to dress. This is why I call this lesson the power of your clothing. When you're dressing yourself every day, it is not only important that you dress yourself exoterically or physically, but ask yourself this question: what mood am I putting on today? Say that. What mood am I putting on today? And as I look at you today, you look so beautiful. But ask yourself this question: what mood am I wearing? Say it. What mood am I wearing? And it's good to cross-examine yourself with this from time to time during the day, to know what mood you're wearing. You're going to transact your business. For God's sake, ask yourself the question: okay, I'm going to the bank to transact some business. I'm going here to transact some business. I'm going there or wherever I'm going. I'm going to school. I'm going to work. What mood am I wearing? Say that again loudly. What mood am I wearing? The second time? What mood am I wearing? For the third time? What mood am I wearing? I want you to start your mood wardrobe right now. And always know what you're wearing. Do you know what you're wearing now, your outer garments? Are you aware? You must be equally and even more aware of the mood that you are wearing. Because as Reverend Ike says, life meets me just like I meet life. Be careful what mood you wear, because this is the power of your clothing.
Welcome back. Now, this is another great lecture by Reverend Ike, and it applies again to this month, Healing the Wounded Inner Child, because he's talking about our mood. Also our clothing, which is an expression of our inner mood. But it's really talking about the mood that we're wearing as we approach life. He says, life meets you as you meet life. Again, going back to the talk from yesterday, the thoughts, the attention that you're giving things, focusing on the good, the gratitude, things that can be, the things that you want, the possibilities that are there that sometimes the fear can keep you cast away from or closed away from. And so as we think about this, reparenting and approaching it with a good mood, approaching it with curiosity, bringing yourself self-compassion, it's important to be patient with yourself because these are things that you might not be habituated with. And that's okay. Just give it some time. You will see, I think, that with this new understanding, you're better able to regulate yourself. Reparenting is not an intellectual exercise, and it's also not only a somatic exercise, it's both. The intellectual part is important to be able to reframe more effectively and more quickly, and that means a lot. But again, the trauma is stuck in your body, so if you're not addressing it at the somatic level, then you're not really moving it. But the grasp of the understanding, at least for me personally, is something that's been really important. But there are two parts of this journey, so don't forget that. But anyway, as we look at some journal questions for today, number one, what is your approach towards your clothing? How do you tend to dress? Do you put thought into your clothing? Does your clothing express how you're feeling? Does it express your style, what you're interested in? Have you ever taken time to think about that, or is it kind of just something you're just kind of going through the motion with? Think about that and think about what it means to you and what it could mean to you, and maybe start to explore a different perspective. Number two, what is your current mood towards the reparenting process if you're really honest with yourself? Are you frustrated, or are you looking at it with curiosity, with joy, with optimism of what you can learn? Or are you still more concerned and bogged down by fear and doubt and worry? And the last question, what's one thing you could give to your inner child to be more optimistic about this journey and process of reparenting and rediscovering yourself? How can you bring more joy and optimism into your day-to-day thought processes? How to have more positive focus? So there's this good guy that's the last question, but before I cut this off, there's this really interesting guy who I've been following now on YouTube. His name is Brian Withers, and he talks a lot about maintaining positive focus, how to craft a positive focus, the importance of that. And I'm trying to figure out how to merge this view in the context of reparenting, which is quite heavy, in a way that's not spiritual bypassing, most importantly. So in any ways, you can check him out also if you're interested in this topic a bit more. And thanks for being here. Please do take care of yourself and be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.